Hey guys, welcome to Superhero Sundays. I'm Eli, and today I got something really awesome to share with you guys. I got Roberto. I don't know if you've seen his stuff on Instagram, but it is just phenomenal. Rovert Workshop on Instagram. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, sweet. So yeah, if you haven't seen his work, you probably mistaked it for the movie stuff because it's just that good. I'm really excited to talk to him about his Batman stuff and the making of his costumes, the Ben Affleck costumes, because they're so amazing. The detail, the aesthetics. Oh, I'm excited. If you guys are pumped, I'm pumped. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's bring him on the show right now. Here he is, folks. Roberto. Yes. It's only
Hey guys.
it's only me, but there will be hundreds of people watching this. Yeah, or listening. You can find us on Spotify, SoundCloud, and all that stuff. But hey, man, how you doing? Are you doing good?
I'm doing so.
So
Actually, not great because, well, as many of you have seen, we've lost our dog. Well, our Chihuahua got
Aw.
here. So yeah, we've been out searching and no luck yet. But
Oh man, I had a cat one time. It was like 2 weeks. My family's cat was like gone for like 2 weeks, and then finally like it shows up out of the blue. Like it was nighttime. So fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I know it's hard. It's hard, but
it's
hopefully,
hard. The kid's
yeah.
hard.
Maybe you need like a dog signal in the sky with like a big.
Or I'm good with the tracking device.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like Batman style.
Oh
He
yeah,
has
Batman style tracking device.
that.
Yeah, you gotta work on that, but yeah. But otherwise, other than that, like, how's the costumes and all that stuff going? How's that?
Wow, I have quite a workload right now. I'm working on some costumes, a new personal project, which is like related to these.
No way, you're doing something from that?
Yeah, I actually just recently finished printing the fabrics. I have the idea in my head of how I think this might work. I actually ordered some stuff from GC5FX,
Wow.
the cowl, the belt. I'm really going for a mix between this guy and Keaton.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. That's so cool. That's gonna be awesome. I love that behind you, the Ben Aff. Now you made the whole thing, or did you just make the cape and the suit? Like,
Oh, okay. Regarding this guy,
yeah.
you can see he's pretty tall. Like,
Yeah. Oh wow! Holy cow!
yeah, he's tall.
Oh wow!
This guy is like
So
6'2",
that he's like 6'2", and you're like 5'7", 5.
5'9".
Oh, 5'9". Oh wow!
And yeah, I'm kitten size. So
Yeah, wow. And it's jeez, so that's a Ben Affleck replica that you made.
yeah,
Wow.
well, underneath this, there's like a generic mannequin, which I had to pad and give the proportions right in order to resemble what Ben Affleck looked like in the movie.
Wow.
Then on top of that is the muscle suit and the suit because this is a wearable suit. Everything in here you can wear it. Regarding the pieces, okay, the cowl,
Mhm.
no, is from Hernandez FX. I don't remember who I got the faceplate, but I painted the entire thing, even the eyes. The eyes are painted.
Wow.
The gauntlets are from Ben Abel, which he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing maker, and I really don't know why he hasn't got like a huge buzz about his gauntlets because they are amazing. Like these are my favorites.
Are they
Uh,
are they urethane or are they leather? Because I know some guys make them out of leather. The
yeah, I
gauntlets.
respect them a lot because I mean they are trying to go the other way because everyone now is like a prop maker and they figure out how to use urethane and we're all making stuff, but there
Right.
are some people who are actually like, okay, I'll just go like Bruce. He's going, the entire leather way, and it's an amazing craft. Working leather is a pain in the butt, really. It's
I
way too.
know you need like strong hands, and it's like you don't always have a machine, and I don't
Yeah,
work with leather, but I know that it's really tough to do.
it
Um,
is.
Now, what materials do you work with when you're making the suits? You work with just the fabric, the foam, and
I work with fabrics, I work with foam, and
because I saw the belts. What are the belts made out of? What is that?
oh, the belts. The belts are urethane, 100% urethane.
They look phenomenal. And I saw you have like a new belt, completely different from the movie. Well, not completely different, but like more comic book style, uh, inspired belt coming.
Yeah,
That looks really cool.
yeah.
Um,
Actually, regarding that belt, I was like looking at some pictures, and I've always been trying to make one, like go into the comic book way, just not stepping away from this guy because this guy is. But I really wanted, like, okay, I want to work on something comic booky. I was rereading some comic books. Amongst those are the Court of Owls. Ray Capullo, he was like, wow, his Batman is amazing. And I think he's my favorite Batman artist. So I was like, okay, I like that belt, but I want some realism. And I was looking into some BBS, and I was like, oh, wait, the mech suit looks like that one. And I was like, okay, I'll just do this. So I tweaked some dimensions from that belt. So it's not entirely, it's not the entire, not, it's not entirely the mech suit belt
hmm
because it's been tweaked. So I'm going to adapt that pouch to several looks. Like, for example, The Dark Knight Returns. He
right.
doesn't have a buckle, it's all pouches. So I'm going to do that, like all pouches. Then another one that is a buckle and several pouches, like a comic book. So that's the idea.
Wow. I can't wait to see. I love that you took like different elements and then you created like something like completely like brand new. It looks futuristic. It looks hardcore. It looks like it's going to house like some type of uh spy device. Like it just looks super cool. The sleek lines of it. I love that. I love the sleek lines that you put to it. You do such an amazing
Oh,
job,
yeah.
man. That's just I,
You know,
that's something I aspire to do. Is come up with something like that. That's really awesome. How long did it?
just try.
Yeah.
That's the best way to start. Like, that's how I started. Like, dude, what can I do? Like,
Now, did you have a
in
background
fact,
in like making stuff before the Ben Affleck suit, or you like, no, I want a Ben Affleck suit. Let's learn how to make this. How did you start that way? Have you always been in?
no, no,
No.
no, no, no. I've always been into art in some ways.
Ah,
Like when I was younger, when I was in high school, I wanted like to start into comic books, like drawing comic books. And I wasn't that good. I mean, I can draw, but I'm not that good to become like a comic book artist.
probably
I was
better
like,
than me.
damn
My
it.
my drawings look like stick
Oh,
figures.
yeah, no, I'm not that bad, but I'm no Jim Lee, I'm no Jason Favok, I'm
Sure.
no, not these guys. And I've always been into art. So I remember that the first time I started this was because, well, my first actual Batfleck cosplay was in a Halloween. I think it was 2015. 2015. And Under Armour has just released their their undershirts with the
Mm-hmm.
texture and everything. Like it was
No
dice
way.
up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That was my first one. And I borrowed a jacket. I got a ruby mask. That was my first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
Didn't
that
look
was that you've come like a long way, a long, long way from that. Like, that's incredible. Like
oh absolutely.
now you that's cool because you can draw, like you can conceptualize like in your mind like what it's gonna like look like, and you can put that on a piece of paper. I think that's like really, really important because you have a really nice aesthetic to it. um that's a different aesthetic from Bruce's suit. It's kind of a little bit different. Yours is kind of more tapered, his is kind of like a little bit more broader, you know?
Absolutely. We have different styles,
Right.
definitely.
Right. They
Because
both
in
look
my head,
amazing.
yeah, because in my head, I think we all have our own version of what the DOJ looked like. I mean,
Mhm.
that's why everyone makes one and it's so different, especially because we're not Idlehead, but mainly because I think we all have our own version. We all see it differently. I mean, he can see maybe, I don't know, the apps in a certain way. I see them in another way, and other makers see them in their own interpretation, how they
Right.
perceive. That's the thing with art. I mean, that's how it works.
Oh no, you're like 100% right. That's it. It's a, it's the thumbprint, a thumbprint of an artist, not every single one's different. We all have thumbs, but like it's by the end of the day it becomes art because you're making something, you're taking something, right? And it already exists, but then to create your own style, that's the beauty of it. Like just by nature it just like evolves into like your own style, and that's something really, really special about these suits. They're just not carbon copies. They're thought about, they're processed. You're not just buying a costume, you're buying like a piece of art, and that's something really, really cool.
Thank you, man. That's really sweet. Thank you. That's really sweet. And any maker likes those words, really. Because, yeah, I mean,
I mean, heck, you put
we,
your heart and soul into it each time you make it.
I try. Every suit is very different. I mean, I try to hit like this goal, and it's like I see Ironhead suit, and it's like, oh my god, I never saw this detail.
You're right.
Sorry, I cannot swear here, right? Or do I?
Yeah, well, not. I mean, you can. I mean, I could always edit it out, but it's better not to. YouTube is, against swearing. They're like, no, we don't like people swearing, so we're not gonna promote your video for some odd reason.
Okay, just quit it there.
You can
Yeah,
you can
that's the
swear
thing
in
with.
Spanish. I think it's fine. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know about different languages and YouTube and stuff. That'd be interesting to know that. But the thing that I'm curious about is how long does it take you to make a suit, and like how do you make a suit? Like how do you go about, like how did you start, and like how are you still learning? Are you still like perfecting it, or are you just like you just make them now?
okay. First of all, this is this is something that I really, really believe in. There's not a moment where you are not learning. I mean, you are always learning. Even though you have developed like a process, I feel like every single time you are learning something. Because the moment you think you know it all, it's like the moment you stop growing, right? That's the
Exactly.
moment where you just stay where you are and stop growing, stop evolving, because you're not just you just stop pushing yourself. And regarding the suits, on every single suit I learn something new. Let's say I'm making it. Let's say I'm starting your suit,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
So I would start with your measurements. After that, I'm gonna build up. Well, I'm going to make the undersuit, then put on the muscles, and right in the middle between those two things, I'm also screen printing the fabrics because, well, as you know, it's all screen printed
Yeah.
like this, everything. So as I was saying, like you are always learning something every single time. And let's say I used to have a technique to glue those suits. And I was like, okay, I want them super ripped because in the movie the suit looks amazingly ripped. He's not.
It's not?
He's not that ripped in the movie. I
No.
mean, no, he's not. I have been speaking to a lot of people who work movie, and one of those who is really, really awesome. He's an amazing guy. His name is Doc Stewart. He's the one who actually helped me build my Robin suit.
Wow.
He actually gave me a couple of advices here. Yeah, he's amazing. Oh, he also helped me, you know, giving me some advice with this guy.
Oh, look at
A
that.
couple of
That's
advices
so cool.
always welcome. And there is something he told me that resonates every single time, and it's that how much glue did they use on this suit? And he replied to me, maybe a spoon of glue on the entire suit,
Wow.
not more than a spoon of glue. And I was like, no
In
way,
glue in
really?
gluing the fabric to the muscle suit you're talking about. Not like
Correct.
the
That's correct.
emblem or like the belt. I don't know how the pouch is
No,
attached, but
no. Just like the suit to the muscle suit. That's
wow.
it. And I was like, no way, really? And he was like, yeah, think about it. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It makes total sense because like you having like plastic all over you.
Mhm.
I mean, you are already wearing a undersuit with foam.
Right.
And on top of that, you have glue. And on top of that, you have the fabrics. That even if this is like four-way stretch,
Mhm.
if you are using glue, you are getting stiff in that thing. So it makes total sense because it's the first time we see Batman actually moving like Batman. So the suit couldn't be stiffer. The
Wow.
suit couldn't be like super charged with glue. It cannot be.
Now,
So
is it easy to glue down, or do you find it difficult to glue the suit and it to the undersuit?
at first, it was fucking. It was hard because I used to
Extremely
have
hard.
I used to have a problem down here when I'm gluing the legs. When I
Mhm.
was like starting, I was always having trouble around the legs, and right when you are coming across the shoulders, in this section, I was always having trouble here. So in some suits, I was like, oh no, I just stained the fabric with contact cement, and this contact cement is yellow. I don't know if you can see that, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, like most contact cements, yeah.
Yeah. When you stain the fabric, you need to find a way to remove that. So yeah, you are like, okay, you cannot deliver a suit like this,
No, yeah.
and if you just toss this away, what happens? Like, it's not going to work out for you. So
So,
you just gotta find ways to improve that.
wow. So you've messed up and had to like start all over again? Or
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah,
wow,
yeah, a
wow. Yeah,
couple times.
there's no like uh way of removing the glue once it's there. There's like you're like kind of like set in stone almost.
Not necessarily, but when the fabric is stained with glue,
Mhm.
really hard, like to remove it,
Mm.
especially because it's screen printed. So whenever you are rubbing, like the suit, I mean, the texture doesn't come off. But if you keep pushing it, it's like a t-shirt. Like if you keep rubbing the t-shirt, if you, let's say
Oh.
you are pushing, this screen
Right.
printed
Right.
Like, let's say your T-shirt.
Like
If
my
I start
t-shirt.
rubbing your
Yeah.
T-shirt, if I start rubbing your T-shirt with
Mm-hmm.
sandpaper, eventually it is gonna come off.
Right. That will come right off.
Same thing happens here because it's screen printed, and since it is raised, it is easier to remove. Like if I start like rubbing it too hard, so you gotta be
Right.
careful.
So that you screen print it onto uh spandex fabric, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah. Like
is that difficult to screen print onto spandex?
it is not difficult, but let's say is very time consuming. Let's put it that way. It's very time consuming because it's not like, let's say we are making your t-shirt. Your t-shirt has one, two. It has, I think, it has two colors. Two colors.
Two colored? Mm,
It has red. It has white.
and blue.
I think it has only red and white and blue. Okay, you just need, in your case, if it is three colors,
Mm-hmm.
you need three frames, one for
Oh,
each color.
okay.
In your case, because that's your t-shirt, it has three colors. Each one of those screens is going to be screen printed. It's going to be screen printing one of each color. Let's say you start with the red. You do one pass, that's the
Mm-hmm.
red. Let's move it on to the white. Boom. Then let's move. You pass it again, and it's done. You just remove it, put it on a iron or an oven, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Your t-shirt is done. That's the process. With these fabrics, it's different because let's say it has one color, like this one that I'm just making actually
Mm-hmm.
for the Batman from the Three Jokers. This is the fabric that I'm going to be using.
Ah,
I really hope that you can see that.
it's a little blurry and dark.
I hope you can see that because
Describe
I'll shoot
is
you some pictures.
sure. Yeah, shoot us some pictures. But it looks like what type of pattern would you say that is?
I would say that it is like a steel floor. Those floors, like it
A
has some lines and it has some scratches. I'll shoot there,
sure.
and yeah, I mean several passes. Like it has one layer of ink, then another layer of ink
Mm-hmm.
of the same ink, and it starts raising. That's the thing. So yeah, it's quite hard, and it is really time consuming.
Wow. So you have to. How many passes does it
That's the
get
thing.
take to get to the right thickness on like a Ben Affleck suit? How many passes of it does it take to get to the right thickness?
Let's say that it takes around. Hold on. Oh, I would say five.
Oh, five? Oh, wow.
Five passes and put in the oven. And it's like it's a continuous process. It has two colors, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
It has the silver, which is not silver, and the black. It's quite hard. I have a piece of the real fabric. It must be back there. That fabric is crazy because, I mean, the way it stretches,
Mm-hmm.
it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful.
You're
Whenever you
go.
are
You're
doing something
you can.
like this,
You're.
every single time you are learning something, because as I was telling you, I used to have a problem here. Then you start learning some things like, okay, I shouldn't do this. Like if I, let's say I glue the entire bicep, I cannot move if I want to go up or if I want to move it. So
Right.
you start learning some techniques every single time you're learning something. Yeah, it's a huge learning curve here.
So how long does it take you from start to finish to complete a suit?
A few weeks, a
A
few
f-
weeks, like
just a few weeks.
maybe
Wow.
2, 3, yeah, a
Wow.
few weeks. Yeah, the thing is that whenever I get a new customer or something like that, I'm like, okay, maybe 10. Because you never know what might come in the process, especially during these COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
when COVID started and every single place in my city shut down, and I was like, where am I supposed to get my stuff to do my thing? It was impossible.
Wow. Yeah.
And well, I'm about to turn 1 year in this shop. Like
Wow.
I had to
You've
go.
only been making suits for a year?
No, I have officially been making suits since 17, 2017. Officially. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So since like the beginning of the Dawn of Justice suit.
Yeah, and it was really funny and sad at the same time because the reason I started making my own stuff was because I just could buying one from
You
the
couldn't buy.
other sellers.
Ah, I see. So you couldn't find one. You're like, screw it. I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah, it was, as I'm telling you, it was quite sad because it was like, okay, I mean, I could, like, if I really push it, but I have too many expenses. I mean, I was only working as a teacher, and I was like, no, I cannot spend that much money because one of these was really, really expensive, and I was like, no, I cannot spend that. And I decided, okay, you know, F it, I'm going to try make one. And, and I was
Uh,
like, okay, I'll just design the stuff. And I started designing the stuff on Illustrator and, start printing and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a long road.
so you
Very,
designed it on Illustrator.
yeah.
Talk to me about that. That seems really interesting. How did that come about? Like you started designing it on Illustrator and then you started making it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, as I told you at the very beginning of this interview, it was like I've always been into art. I've always been into drawing, designing, stuff like that. I was before. Okay, I got a degree on business administration, which is nothing related to art.
No, no, not at all.
It's ironic, right?
Right.
And yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. I'm not sure. I've only used Photoshop back then, and I was like, okay, what other programs are there for design? And I found Illustrator. Okay, I'll just learn how to use that. That's how I started.
The stuff that you're saying is like really really cool, and sharing all your knowledge. It's so nice of you to go into like detail of how you make this, because it's amazing. It really is. For only doing it for such a short period of time, you really like, it's phenomenal. Like, amazing job, man. You
Oh,
make the
it's amazing. I feel blessed every time, to be honest. Like,
Oh, for sure.
no, not everyone can do what they like. Um, I mean, I have another job, which is a teacher. I'm an English teacher.
An
Uh,
English teacher.
yeah, I'm an
No,
English teacher.
no. In you're from Mexico. What part of Mexico?
I'm on Mexico City.
Ah, Mexico City.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So, all right. Yeah. Like right smack dab in like the middle, almost.
right in the middle, and right now it's well, the weather is not great. So yeah,
Um.
the weather is not great. Bruce and I are like in the same country, but we are really far apart.
Oh,
Like he,
really? Oh, okay. So he's on the other side, and you're on one side, and you're like, we're both gonna make bat suits.
I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's like it's really funny.
Mhm.
It is really funny, but I don't know. Well, there are also other people making them.
I
There's
know,
Nick.
but you guys seem to like really figure it out. Like, honestly, I know we have great people here in the States that do them. But there's something so aesthetically pleasing about your guys' suits that your jaw like drops to the floor when you see them. Like, I keep staring at the one in the back. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw you have a bat suit back there.
Oh
When you
yeah.
when you did this, I saw a bat suit.
There it
Oh,
is.
nice. Is
Yeah.
that a comic book?
Yeah, it's like a Hush style kind of comic book suit. The belt that fit on the mannequin was the 66, so I just threw it on there. But I make Batman utility belts. Um I make like comic book style utility belts. Here, I'll show you really quick.
Absolutely.
But just yeah, like so yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I make the pouches. This I got from Artsy One, and so he just sells the buckle. And but the leather, I painted the leather. I did the pouch.
Wow.
One holds my cell phone. One holds my wallet. Like there's special pouches. Um, and I wanted it. I wanted it to. I'm still not happy with it. I should go back, but I wanted it to buckle in the front. You know.
Like a comic book. Like
Yeah.
every good
You
comic
can
book.
hear it too. It's kind
Oh,
of
nice.
you know, it has that but yeah, it's just I glued it and it works. It works. I'm happy with it. I can hold a batarang in it, so I'll pull out the batarang.
That's amazing. I mean, I really like that. I really like that.
Thanks, man.
It's really cool. I mean, it's all leather, right?
It's actually pleather. It's a fake type of leather. In the pouch I have it only lined on one side, and the rest is like, it's just a fake facade, basically.
Ah, that is a work of art because
Oh, thanks,
everything
man.
we do is a fake facade.
Yeah,
Everything we do is a fake facade. Wow,
yeah.
amazing.
But you can
Didn't
still
know
hold
you.
stuff in it, you know? And I was thinking about making like a water bottle pouch, like one just specifically designed for a water bottle.
Yeah, otherwise, you just need to inject yourself with some
Right.
serum
That's
right
right. You just
after. Ah,
put it in the
always put
suit.
it there.
Precisely. But yeah, that's what I think it's like I think I want to take off like a half an inch because right now, see, I'm a short guy and in my mind, if I make everything like proportional, it will look better, you know? And like having the 3 inches, even though it maybe like feel like comic book accurate, but I think 2.5 inches will look better around my waist just because I'm 5'5", you know?
You're
Uh,
5'5", okay?
right. And so I'm like starting to like think like that. I'm like, maybe I should go and make like a 2.0. This was like the first one I made too. I was like just trying to figure it out.
That's amazing, man. That way of thinking is what I meant when I say you keep growing, you keep getting more knowledge. Because if I was making every suit like if every single customer is like this guy,
Right.
I mean, maybe they wouldn't look all good. Like they would look like, hey, you look baggy. Hey, you look huge. You have huge forearms.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And I think even uh like some muscle suits, if the muscles are like, because I'm so short, if the muscles are too big, then I look like Pillboy, the Pillboy Doe, you know, person,
Yeah, absolutely.
or like the
I
Bell
mean, we're
Tire
not
or
talking.
whatever.
You know, like this. I don't know what you think about this new Superman and Lois costume.
Uh, the boots are. I think they're too small. I think they should go higher up on the knee. That's the first thing. I'm fine with not having the trunks. I just it's more Superman to have. Superman doesn't have much, and so you take something away from like Superman. It's like
Exactly.
what's happening to Superman? But
Exactly.
I love the show. Like, my God, do I love the show. Seeing the first Superman costume and him holding that car, and then the ball cap scene and him handing that. I love everything that the show is doing. I think it's the best CW superhero show there is to date. Um, Even though I
Kudos for
love,
that. Kudos for that. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. It's even better than the first two seasons of Arrow, and I
oh,
was a big fan of Arrow.
oh,
I was
every season of Arrow can go to the trash can. Like, oh man, I love Arrow. I absolutely love it, and uh, but there's something they've captured with the Superman and Lois show that it just feels so right. It feels like Superman, and then it makes me so happy. Even every time he comes on screen or they do something, I'm just like, yes, this is awesome.
It's, I mean, from my point of view in that show, it's the fact that the world is real, like the world around us is real.
Mm-hmm.
The Superman is Superman. Like he's the guy who's going to smile at you whenever everything around you is crumbling down. He's the guy who's going to smile at you and tell you everything's going to be fine. That's the Superman, and
Yes.
that's the thing we are all really happy with in the show, because the show is right now, no spoilers, but it's like everything around him is crumbling down.
Oh, I'm so excited for like the next episode. Uh,
Oh, me
I
too.
I think we can. It's fine. You can spoil it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, spoiler warning. Right now, that what's happening is Superman is turned evil, and I love how they come to like the conclusion. Like, it does feel like a last resort. Like Superman is sacrificing himself to save his family, and that's the cause of that is him being evil. I'm not a big fan of the brother showing up out of like nowhere.
I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that was necessary, but
Yeah,
I mean, you have the keys to the kingdom. Do whatever you want.
right.
Give me a good story, and I'm in. I'm not a fan of him having a brother. I like him being like the last son of Krypton, like he's alone.
Right. This makes him like the second son of Krypton.
And fortunately, that doesn't break any laws on Superman. Like, he's still Superman. He's the Superman.
No, but you said it. You nailed it like on the head. Like you said that Superman, he's smiling even though everything's crumbling, and that feels like Superman. And that's something that they're not really doing with Henry Cavill's Superman, and that's throwing the whole thing off, because aesthetically everything's right, and
Yeah,
then
you gotta do it, right?
right,
Like,
right.
perfect.
It's I mean, she could talk another language, but if he doesn't have that like that moral compass of like it's gonna be okay, you know, it just
Exactly.
it doesn't feel like Superman, and that's the thing with this show is it has that, and you can do whatever you want with the story, and it's a pretty decent story. I'm enjoying following it along, but I'm really enjoying seeing Superman being Superman. That's what really gets
We
me.
needed that. We needed that,
Yeah,
to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Henry Cavill, and if you tell me who's your favorite Superman, he is. Because from my point of view, this was not very well planned.
Mhm.
Let's be honest. We were supposed to get a Man of Steel 2 where he's all happy. Well, not happy, not necessarily happy. Superman is not happy. He puts a smiley face, he puts a very gentle face to make you feel easier with the situations that are around you. He's not like hey dudes, nothing's happening. Yeah, the world is coming to an end, but nothing's happening. No, he's trying to ease you. Like, okay, dude, you're gonna be fine. I'm here. I'm gonna help you.
Right.
Uh, on Man of Steel, we get a Superman that is not Superman, and I totally get that. He's not Superman there. He's
The only time in the Zack Snyder verse that he really felt like Superman to me is when he showed up at the lunch table at the end of Shazam. Because that was the Superman. That was like the perfect Superman moment. They should have had Henry Cavill. Why did they do? Ugh.
I think we might get some surprises, man. I think we might get some surprises there
Oh yeah.
because he shared a picture a couple of weeks ago where he was traveling to the U.S. and they are shooting right now Black Adam, Shazam 2.
Man, if he shows up in that, I'm done. I'll be a happy camper. That's for sure. I'll be over the moon.
Oh, me too. That's all I want.
Oh,
I
that's what
mean,
everybody
I want a
wants.
Superman movie. Like, let's give him Superman movie. No reboots, no nothing. Just give him the Superman movie. But I don't know. Maybe we blew our chances there.
I don't know they what they really did was it drives me nuts because they took the morals of these characters and they kind of like even butchered Frank Miller's work, in a way. Like they took like Frank Miller's work was so good because Superman and Batman had this long history, and then to have them fight was like, yeah, they have all this backstory and this history together, and then to have them fight in Batman versus Superman, it didn't have that weight, that emotional pull to it. And they kind of just like said, "Oh, this is what they want." Well, no, nobody. Yeah, sure, yeah, we'll take all the aesthetics and the stuff we want. Yeah, we want that, but we really, really, really need like a good story and have a good understanding fundamentals of these characters. I mean, Batman, he doesn't kill. Like, say there's like a building, right, and it's about to collapse, and there's like 80 people in that building, and Batman has only like 30 seconds, like, to try to save them all. Well, he's not. He's going to save like one person, one or two people. And then everybody's going to be like, "Oh, then he killed everybody else in the building." Well, no, he's just Batman, but he did everything in his power to save who he could, and that Batman doesn't kill. He there's accidents and things happen, but he can't save everybody. He's but that do you see what I'm saying? Do you see does that make sense?
Yes, it really depends on the people you ask. Because I like the fact that you put his morals to test. Like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that, yeah, he's been Batman 20 years now. He's not necessarily killing directly,
Mm-hmm.
but in a certain way, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Because if you have a Batman that is now very. He's killing in such an open way.
Mm-hmm.
Why he hasn't killed the Joker? Like,
Right.
sorry. Sorry, it's just that's my logic. Okay, I love this Batman. He's my Batman.
Oh
But
yeah.
if you're gonna put his morals to test, okay, I absolutely get. He now drinks. He's now 20 years into the job. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He's an addict
Mm-hmm.
because he's an addict to this, to the
Oh,
bat suit.
yeah.
And yeah, I totally get that. But if you are going to put him like he didn't openly murder someone, like he was just like, okay, these guys are on my way, boom, 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 and start shooting. Okay, good. Are those rubber bullets? No, those were real bullets. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna kill. If he's going to kill such in such an open way, give me a reason why he hasn't shot the Joker in the face.
Right.
I
Exactly.
mean, these guys are just trying to make a living, you know? Like they are not they are not carrying a gun because they're just simply bad guys. They have a story. They
Right.
need the money. I don't know, maybe just I don't know.
I
But they are if he's going to kill those in such an open way, why he hasn't shot the Joker between the eyes?
it's there's so much to be said about it, and like you could probably talk about it for like a good 3 hours, college course about it.
I
Uh,
mean, this guy is like, he's such emotionally unstable that I genuinely believe if he kills one people, he's going to go into down a killing spree
right. And then is he like really Batman or is he just like a murderer,
because he is such an emotional unstable guy. From my point of view,
Right.
um, if you read well, one of my favorite comic books is The Dark Knight Returns, and on The Dark Knight Returns, he's the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
He's the bad guy. He's the guy who's nuts. If you don't count The Dark Knight Returns Part 2, like The Dark
Ah.
Knight Strikes Again, that thing is shit horse. But on the first one, he's like not well. He's been trying to kill himself, and the Batman persona is the one that keeps saving him. Like since the very beginning. In the very beginning of the story, he's trying to kill himself on the car. He's trying to commit suicide. He blanks, and then he's out of the car. And my interpretation of that is that the Batman persona comes out because Bruce is in danger. So he's like, okay, boom, I just get out the car. You know, he's the villain in that story,
Right.
and I love that.
The
But
shaving,
he's
like
not
he's like,
killing.
when did you shave? You know?
Exactly, because he was getting ready to go out and fight crime again.
Right, because he's addicted, like you said. Yeah, it's
That's why I like
I
the
love it.
Batman v Superman Batman play. Well, he's acting. I love it because Ben Affleck portrays a Batman that is tired. If you look at, well, if you pay attention to his face, every single time he's always like this. He's tired.
Yeah.
He's really tired. He's like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I'm tired. I just want to leave. I just want to die. Right? Basically, he wants to do death.
Yeah, he needs Billy Batson just showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, he needs another Robin is what he needs.
he needs another Robin. That's why Robin is so essential to the Batman
Right.
or to Grayson in this case. I mean,
I know they hinted the storyline, you know, Killing Joke, not Killing Joke,
being similar,
Death in the
like
Family.
Death in the Family, but
Yeah.
he hinted at that. But I mean, if they really kill Dick Grayson,
Hmm.
you send Batman in such a dark path because he doesn't have his brother,
Right.
which in the end I see them as brothers. Well, when he's Robin, when Dick is Robin, he's like his son. Yeah, absolutely, like a surrogate son. But when he becomes Nightwing, he's like the equal to Batman, but for Bloodhaven,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're like brothers. From my perspective, they're like brothers, not like father and son. They're like brothers.
I saw
And
I
yeah,
I saw your Nightwing suit, and I absolutely love your Nightwing suit. It looks amazing next to the Ben Affleck one. Uh, great job on that. Did you? See, that's all screen printed too, and you made all that from scratch.
yeah, that suit is sorry. That suit is exactly the same fabrics,
Mm-hmm.
exactly the Batman fabric, except in black. I screen printed that in black fabrics.
Ah, wow,
Yeah, the
wow.
emblem is fabric also is all like I don't know. I don't know the name of the color, but yeah, it's the same color as this.
Oh, blue.
Yeah, but like the specific color I was going to. Yeah, I
Oh,
know
oh,
this is
oh.
blue. I know this is blue. But
I'm sorry, you speak two languages, so it's one more than me. uh, royal blue. Are you thinking of royal blue?
no,
No.
it's metallic. It's metallic blue. It's
Okay.
a really really pretty color because when you put it next to this guy, it really shines.
Cause,
Like the emblem really stands out.
cause
And
on
this
your
one,
camera that looks like royal blue.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
metallic. It
Ah,
has like metallic powder.
okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
now I saw pictures of the Captain America shield on your Instagram. Now you made that out of 3D printing?
No, this
No.
one is a Hasbro one.
Oh,
This
it's
is
a
a
Hasbro one.
yeah. I just repainted
Wow.
the whole thing.
Oh, you repainted it. Oh, okay.
The whole thing.
Oh, wow, nice job. I like
Well,
that.
first I removed the paint, and
Mm.
then I, repainted the whole thing, weather it because I love weathering. Yeah, that's it. That's all I did, and I have it there because he's one of my favorites. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw you were. Did you finish the Captain America suit? I saw you in a Captain America esque type, almost not completed suit.
yes and no. I mean, I finished the suit. I sold it last week.
Oh, you did?
I was like, okay, I'm not going to cosplay as Captain America.
No.
Not for now. The only thing I kept was the helmet
Mm-hmm.
from Jordan's Ironic Armory and the Chris Evans live cast that I have.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's all I kept.
But
Shield.
now, but you made the whole entire Captain America suit like you did the Batman one, or you
No,
bought that one?
no, I got that one from the amazing people at White Sheep Leather. I got that from
Ah.
White Sheep Leather. Yeah, it's an
Oh, very
amazing
cool.
and Hurley effects. The suit was amazing, but I had to recolor the entire suit because it was just way too dark
Hmm.
for my taste. I weather it, and I got like a set of scales and chest thing from Hurley Effects, which he's the best.
Wow.
I think that's it. Um,
So Batman's the only suit you make.
Batman, I'm making a few more. I'm making, well, as I told you, I'm making this one, the
Right.
Batman from here.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I'm gonna be making the Red Hood from this.
Ah.
Like just this.
I still haven't read it yet. Like it's on my table. Like I still haven't read it.
Haven't? Oh,
Mm-mm.
and what can I say? I wasn't gonna get it because of Jeff Johns, but I love the art. So
Yeah.
I love the art, and I said, okay, I'll just get it for the art. Um, it's not a great story. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
I mean,
you know,
I've heard like mixed things. Like it's great, it's amazing, it's okay, it's all right. It's not the best story.
the best thing here is this: the art.
The art,
The art is
yeah,
beautiful
the art does look
because
amazing.
Havoc definitely draws somewhat similar to what Jim Lee does. And tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't this guy looking similar to this guy?
Yeah, but I like the eyes better. I don't. Yeah, they seem
White
more.
eyes?
Yeah, because they're wider. I think I like that more than the cert. Because if you look at Ben Affleck's over there, it kind of looks circular and doesn't look wide. But he has this. He does
Yeah,
have. You see what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, but I like both of them. Like I don't not like one or the other. They're like, but they look the same. The same proportion this way. That makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
absolutely. That cowl is amazing. I mean,
Oh,
every
it
single
does.
cowl. I have a Reeves FX one, and those are the two best. I mean, Reeves FX and Hernandez are like my two favorites.
I've been trying to get Reeves on the show. He hasn't messaged me back yet. I want to get him on the show. I'd love
That
to
would
have
be
him.
very cool. He's really amazing, and well, he has a deep knowledge about Batman,
The
Batfleck.
dude's done everything Batman costume on
Oh, he's
everything. Like
such a
it's
talented guy.
amazing just going through his Instagram. I'm just like blown away.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
no, he's really smart.
But you do an amazing job too. I mean, look at that thing. That's so cool. You make the cape too?
Oh yes,
The
I
cape, the
tried
belt.
the cape, the belt, and That's it. I mean, the belt is your thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
but I went the extra mile, you know. So
A
the
urethane belt
first
looks
version,
so good. Like,
thank you, but there's always room for improvement, and I'm still trying to find where can I improve this thing.
look what I did. Look what I did. Look at this. This is literally. This is a.
Wow, is that the rubies?
Yeah, it's rubies. Like it looked.
Wait,
Let me see what if I could find a piece. Yeah, if you. That's what I did, and I just took paint and scrubbed it and scrubbed in the paint with some steel wool. This is how it
and
turned
now
out.
looks perfect.
Yeah, it looks pretty. For what it's worth, it looks pretty good. But your urethane one, oh my gosh, it just looks amazing. But I like it even more than like the 3D printed one because it just has this different feel to it. Like even looking at it in the picture in your video.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I got that tip from cosplay Chris. The thing that you did on your belt,
Mm-hmm.
I got that from one video from cosplay Chris.
Oh yeah, did he do that? I took steel wool to it. Like I took spray paint and I took some steel wool and I just sprayed it on the steel wool and just went.
You can nugget, like the shoe polish.
Oh yeah, shoe polish. I tried shoe polish and it wasn't dark enough. It wasn't getting into every crack and crevice. So I had to use paint and steel wool and it worked really really well.
It looks really good from here.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks man. Yeah.
that's great.
I got to get on to part 3. I made a 3-part video and I haven't made part 3 yet. 1 and 2 is up on my channel, but it's been a heck of a journey trying to make a cheap Ben
I'll
Affleck
definitely check
cosplay.
that out.
Yeah, man. I love your work. I love
It's really
everything you're
hard.
doing.
I mean, thank you. Let's say that I once tried that, making a cheap Ben Affleck suit. This is where I'm at right now because whenever you finish one, you say, maybe I can do it a little better. Maybe a couple of bucks. That happened.
Yeah,
I've been
down the rabbit hole you go, right? Like
absolutely.
that's what I'm thinking in my mind now. I'm like, could I make a foam muscle suit? Because I know where to get everything. It's contact cement. I could just go to the store right now and buy everything I needed. Like,
You need to break some eggs to make an omelet, right?
yeah, I guess that's true. I do have to do that. I'm just wondering if I should I don't know. I want to really, really bad, but then at the same time, I know the first one's gonna turn out like so crappy. Because I really don't know where to actually start. I can buy the foam, right? Say you buy the foam, you buy a spandex suit,
Oh,
you put the spandex suit.
it's such a slow process. Start with spandex. And you practice from that. Like, you want a suit, start from there,
Right,
make your
because
pattern,
how did
make a
you
drawing.
like?
What do you like?
Yeah, the I would just I feel like how do you measure the muscle proportions and how do you get it to look like that? Like how do you get foam to look like that? That's crazy.
Like a lot of time.
It
I really
looks all sculpted.
like what I do. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's the fact that I really like what I do. In fact, check this out. I happen to have this here. Like this is for like the comic book belt.
Ah.
The thing, as you can see.
Yeah. Oh, what
But this is a test.
what?
This is a
Ah.
test. He's not going into
It's still cool.
any
Yeah.
customer. This is like just
Right.
Failed test.
It's a failed test.
Yeah.
But that's still cool. Yeah, maybe it will take definitely some testing. Yeah, that's for sure. That's a good point. I try to do everything like the first go, like the utility belt, and whatnot. I try to get everything that I want under the first go. I do like a little bit of testing, but not a whole lot. I mean, but then again, I'm not doing like huge projects like that. I'm doing smaller stuff like the belt. That doesn't take that much. It's just painting some steel wool.
And think about it this way: every single one that you make and you let go, that was a test. That's not the one you're keeping. And let's say that, for example, when you are doing this like I do,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta make tests because you don't want to send something that it's not great to a customer who's not gonna like it. And let's face it, you don't want a customer who doesn't like your work. Yeah, so you gotta make tests. And okay, now it's approved. Let's start making those.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's you just gotta pound the pavement, as they say, right? Crack a few eggs. You're right.
Exactly.
You're right. You just gotta
Break a
start.
few eggs.
Yeah, you'll get nowhere if you just sit at the finish line or the starting line. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Oh boy, oh boy.
Exactly.
Roberto, it has been fantastic talking with you and sharing all your knowledge and just geeking out. Thank you for joining me today. And we got to do this sometime soon. Again, this is awesome, man. This is really awesome. I can't wait to see where you go in the future.
Well, let's just say that I have another project, which is not this one. And yeah, it's gonna be going with these pouches.
It's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool.
Gonna be cool. Man, it was fantastic talking to you. And well, if you want one day, if you want to do this again, just let me know and let's get Bruce again here and we can all talk together.
Yes.
That'll be fun. I mean,
yes, I love it.
That'll be good.
That's a great idea. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go for now. I'm just going to click off over here. Again, thanks, Roberto.
It was a pleasure.
All right, guys, we have come to the end of another exciting episode. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. And you can always catch me on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, you name it. I'm on there. Check it out, Superhero Sundays. This has just been fantastic hour listening to Roberto talk about the suit and the fine little details. Who would have thought just a little bit of glue goes a long way? That's pretty cool. And I hope this inspires you to make your own cosplays and helps you out in a way. And if you guys want a suit from Roberto, you can message him on Instagram and he can hook you up with an amazing suit. Yeah, with that said, you guys make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a bat-tastic day. I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye!